And if you have wins, please put them in the chat. We're going to celebrate the heck out of you. Promise, promise. Look at this. This is the dream team right here, people. The Felix agency that brought about the Durgan agency, that brought about the Ellefson agency. This is the dream team right here, people. So you're on our call, our master team call for July 14th. Let's roll. All righty. Here we go. Look at, oh boy, here we go. Look at this. Kristen Walsh with one app for 633 APV. Is it Janie? Did I say that right? Please help me. Janie, 1099 APV. Is that is Bridget? Bridger. I'm gonna call you Bridger for you. Can you
Bridger.
change your name? Bridger for two apps for
Bridger.
1511. Gloria with one app for 1946. We got to have some fun. Look, James Birch having some fun here. Four apps with 4094. Love that ratio there. Mama Margot, all the way from Idaho, four apps with 4183. Brando, and I'm not sure what state he lives in anymore, Bridget, but I know he's moved. Four apps for 4057 in APV. My forever upline Paige Durgan with six apps for 7564 APV. Yours truly with two apps for 9089 APV. And Rafa leading the app count with seven and leading the APV with 10,312. And that brings the Durgan Ellefson team to 14 apps for 23,417 in APV. And the Felix base with 18 apps for 2175 APV. That's awesome. And so far for the month, Felix team has six unique riders, 32 applications for 44,220 APV. And our combined team here has five unique riders, 24 apps, 35,848 APV. And my prediction is, Paige, that we're gonna creep up on that Felix base shop by the end of the month. I have a sneaky feeling we're at the end of a contest. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I think we're gonna get there. And you know what Symmetry says, if you're new to this call, like look at Rafa. Um, seven apps for 10,000. That's awesome because those ratios are really good. If something happens or goes wonky with one of those policies, he's not going to be, out of balance too much. But divide that 10,000 number in half, and and I know Rafa's issue rate is a lot higher than 50%, but put 5,000 into your bank account in 1 week. Are you kidding? Paige, seriously. Paige, seriously. That's crazy. You want the next slide, my friend?
Of course I do. So builders, dang it, Tom, you edged me out again. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Well, you know
Bring
what?
it.
Over. It's
Bring
not
it.
over till it's over, okay? So these are everybody that's building a team, all right? And you don't have to wait to be on this. You can start now. In fact, I just brought on a new girl, Haley, who's really excited to be building. She's already asking me questions about how to do that. So if you're in pre-licensing, you can be building. If you're already licensed, you can be building. It doesn't matter. Just whenever you want to get started, get started. The one thing everyone says here that their biggest regret is waiting to do it. So get after it. But here's who's doing it so far. We've got Incredible with 4 packets back. We've got Bridget with 22. We've got myself with 23. And we have Tom leading the pack with 29 so far for the month of July. You know what, Tom? We got to make this an actual competition for conference.
Bring
I'll
it
think
up. Let's go.
I'll think about it. I'm not good on the spot, but I'll think about it. We'll come up with something good.
Oh, usually I'm the one that's not good on the spot. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
This means something then, Bridge.
And
If
you've
she's
got me
got to think
flustered.
about it. Mm-mm-mm. All right, Bridge, you got the next one.
Oh, well, I hope I can handle this. So ways to connect, guys. Coming into the main Zoom room just like you did, and then down at the bottom, go to the breakout rooms. You can find somebody that's doing the activity that you need at any given time, whether it's booking appointments, how that sounds. It's, spoiler alert, we all get the same things that most people do. So just hearing how that's handled, you can hear somebody running appointments. There's also people that are on the recruiting side, building side, they'll be running a second interview. Paige just talked about you can start sharing this opportunity right out of the gate. But being on the calls is by far the best way to give yourself a running start, especially if you're new, or a course correction if you're not where you want to be. So this is how you do it.
Man, you crushed that, Bridget.
Appreciate
Now
you.
here, okay, gosh, this is so small. Um, this is our contest for uh, Mexico for November. I'm not going to read all the names, but Bridget, on your team, Rafa's in the lead here. Paige, on your team, oh, look at you. You're in the lead. Oh, right over Margaret. That's going to get fun. That's like 1,000 points away. That's, oh my goodness. Oh, and hello. And I'm leading our team with Ibble right behind me. There we go. Next. We're good. Somebody, Crystal, caffeine. Um, I'm in a sassy mood. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. If you haven't heard about it yet, we've got conference coming up August 13th through the 15th in Colorado. Make sure you're there. If you're serious about this business and you want to win, if you want to kickstart your business 6 months, those who leave conference, they're 6 months ahead of the curve than those who don't go. And it's because there's breakouts. You're going to learn exactly what you need to know. You see yourself in somebody on stage and it lights a fire. Just big things happen at these things. That's why we do them. That's the whole point. So get your ticket, contact us to get your discounted ticket. Shout out to my girl Rachel. She got hers all set up last week, like everything in one day. Ticket, flight, hotel, all in one day. So really excited to see you there, Rachel. And anybody else who's excited, ready to go, let us know. We'll get you your ticket. Make sure you get a discount. And then also, these are the hotels that we have a special symmetry block. Some of them might be sold out, but that's okay. There's a billion hotels downtown Denver. So if that's the case, just find something close to the convention center and we'll see you there. If you need any help, let us know.
Yeah, because I remember Paige, you stayed just like a couple blocks off the beaten path, right? Last year. And that was a
Mhm.
really cool little spot too.
Yeah, that's what happens when you wait till August to book your comp or your
I
your
wasn't I wasn't going there.
that's what
I
happens.
was just giving you validation. Jiminy
Don't be like
Christmas.
me.
Oh man, is Brooks coming?
No, Brooks is too big to be taken out into public these days. So
Oh boy, here we go.
conference, mom needs to focus.
Oh boy, I love it. Um, let's uh, let's dive into something. I was having a fantastic conversation with Bridget yesterday, and I think we laughed more than we talked, which was funny. And Paige, if well, where'd she go? There she is. If you feel like jumping in on this, I think it'd be fantastic because you know one of the turning points for me was when I jumped on a call early in my career, just like Amy did. And Amy, that was perfect what you said earlier about, watching people and learning and doing this. And um the I was not really moving fast. Bridget, is that fair to say? I was not moving fast. But the one thing was I was plugged in, and that was so cool because I just remember on a conference call that the four keys and the four cornerstones came to life for me, meaning it was it wasn't just words on a paper. It was really truly something that made a difference. And I'll give you kind of a like a mindset shift from when I started with the four keys and the four cornerstones to now and what that looks like. Like, one of the four keys is resources, right? And I was like, yep, I understand. I got it. Got to get leads. I get it. That was it. Now it's like, where do I get them? How do I get them? Can I get them now? Bridget, can I get more? Is that how do I do this? What you mean if I do that, this happens? It's different. It's an excitement. The other one was like, oh, I get it. We need resources. Okay. The second one, inactivity. I I was like, I was trying to follow Paige, and this is not a comparison. I really, really did a decent job. Maybe not a great job, but a decent job of not comparing myself to Paige when she really started getting active. And I felt like that cartoon character that always just said, "Hey, I'm coming, I'm running, here we go, I'm coming," you know. And and now it's like activity just it's part of it, right? That is a non-negotiable. The schedule was the third one. And when you start out, your schedule's wide open. Yep, got time for that. Yep, got time for that. Oh, you want to book? Oh, 3:30 works for you? Hey, that works for me too, right? It's crazy. But now, if it's not on my schedule, I ain't doing it. And I'm booking appointments based on my schedule and where it fits in my work world, not just an open schedule throwing them all over the place. Because I remember talking to Paige. I had 5 appointments one day. I had a 1 o'clock, a 2 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, and a 5 o'clock. None of them showed. I didn't feel like I did anything that day because it was just how it was set up. And now all things are condensed and everything's there. And I've learned about Focus 24, where every part of my day is scheduled. Um, and I look at the resources, the activity, and the schedule when I first started. I'm like, those were kind of like feelings, meaning, okay, resources, okay, got it. Activity, I'm coming. Schedule, man, that's wide open. Okay, feel that. The fourth one is system. This one has never wavered for me. Not from day one, Bridget. Not from day one. I'm so grateful we have a system. Amy explained it perfectly, and she didn't know we were talking about this, but I'm so grateful for that system because that was a fact. We have the system to help you succeed right here, every single thing, the scripts, um, the mentoring, the calls, the trainings, all this. That's a fact. That all has always been a non-negotiable for me from the start. Now I really appreciate it more than when I started, right? And just in the four keys bridge page, what kind of were your thoughts when you started, and what does it look like now in comparison? Then we'll go into the four cornerstones, which I think will be fantastic.
Yeah, Tommy, I love this. Again, guys, this is a playbook, right? It's not, oh, well, maybe if you do this, this might happen. It's a 15-year-old sales system that's proven. So one of the things for me, Tom, in the beginning was I was doing the resources part. I was investing in leads.
Yep.
I thought I was putting in a fair amount of activity. I'd come from a business where you did track numbers, right? You have to do that so you don't get all emotional about it. Schedule pretty good. For me, it was the system. I wasn't on the calls. Now, for any particular reason, but as I look back on it, it was like I thought, well, I've been in sales. I can do this, but I had not done symmetry. So about 6 weeks in, if you know Dave Lappin, he's my upline, so the dynamic was a little different. And so I'm like, Dave, I'm buying the leads, I'm making the calls, but there's a ton of people I can't get in touch with. And he's like, well, are you on the conference calls to figure out how to get? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, well, let me know how that goes. And like another week went by, I bought more leads. And back in the day, as they say, we printed them off. And so they'd be sitting on my desk, and I was like, what am I doing? Why do I keep doing this? I can't get in touch with these people. He's like, Bridge, I don't know what to tell you, but you've got to follow the system. You have to be on the calls. So sure enough, started plugging it in, and there was something on the call that I was like, oh, that's how you're supposed to handle that. That's how you're the triple dialing, all the things. And so for me, it was being plugged into everything that was available because I always either would learn something or be reminded of something I forgot and was not doing. So for me, that was it. But I think in the beginning for new people, it's investing in the amount of leads to reflect what it is you need or want to get out of this. Right.
Yeah, that's
So
perfect.
that's huge.
Paige, any hindsight on the four keys for you starting out and now?
You know, I echo what Bridget said, and that's the thing. Whenever someone comments on the four keys, really, there's not a lot of room for like judgment, right? It's you either do them or you don't, and you're gonna succeed or you won't. And that's the thing. And I remember in the beginning, like, okay, well, I get the system. I'm gonna kind of be picky and choosy about what parts I follow, what parts I do. My mistake in the beginning was I changed the script and I tried to do something that was like more me. But the thing is I hadn't had success here yet. I hadn't won here yet. I hadn't even like written a policy yet. And I came in thinking that I knew better than all these people that had been here for years and years and had tried and tested and proven this script already. So my ego got in the way. And that's very, very common for an ego to get in the way and hurt you in the long run. So my advice, I guess, in all of this is to just put your ego in a box for a minute, put all your previous experience in a box, any sales experience, any dialing experience, any just talking to people experience, anything. Put that in a box for now. Leave it there. Put your student hat on and just lean into the system. If it works for you, you can take that ego back out. When it works for you, I should say. Take the ego back out. Take those experiences back out. You can use them down the road. They will come back into play. But for now, put those aside. Focus on being a student here, and that's going to get you to the wins the fastest.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And as you move into the four cornerstones too, right? This was this was huge for me. The cornerstones, believe. And I'm like, belief in who? Who am I supposed to believe in? This is new, this is awkward, this is weird, um yeah, it's commission. Belief in who? The one thing I know now and I'm so grateful for was belief from everybody that had been there before, believing in me from day one. All those calls kept me involved, but the belief, and we'll get to why my belief changed as I went along. And the massive action, constant correction, that's the second one. Just like when I was doing the activity in the beginning, hey, I'm coming, Paige, I'll catch up with you. I was watching. I saw that. Amy, you saw it too, right? You saw that where you were watching people. I wasn't necessarily doing the massive action, constant correction. I was I was buying leads, throwing up in a bucket, going to clean my garage. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. But I was watching. I saw what successful people do. I saw Paige break through the activity learning curve and said, man, if she can do it, I can do it. There's no doubt about it. And then this is the one that I didn't understand. And now I'm probably most grateful for this was the commitment to ongoing self-improvement. I was like, what? What is that? Right, Bridge? Like, what the heck? You want okay, I'm struggling on the phone. Go read a book. No, really? No. You just told me to go make a friend, and I feel like I failed in making a friend, and you want me to go read a book? You know how many books I have in my office right now? I should count them up because it's probably over 200. But that one, to me, I was like, just what you want? What is this, right? And now it is the absolute keystone and cornerstone of how I create every single day. The structure of every day starts with self-improvement. It starts with making and growing myself to the point where whatever happens during a day happens. And it's a reaction, not an emotional, you know, debacle, for lack of anything better. When you build your armor up, it's easier to get through the day that way. And it starts with that ongoing self-improvement, whether it's Miracle Morning, whether it's whatever. And the last one, the association. Man, I felt that from the day one. That was another one of those hard facts for me. That was association, being on the calls, being a part of the call, being able to talk on a call. I was like, okay, I'm with the group. I got it. And now I think I crave association more than I crave breathing at times. That's just how it's developed for me. You know, belief that when I talk about the commitment to self-improvement, my belief changed because I changed. And I think that's the biggest thing. The belief and commitment to self-improvement, I think those two go hand in hand, and I don't think they can live without each other. Bridge, what say you on the four cornerstones here?
Well, what you just said was, you didn't know kind of what it was, right? A lot of people haven't been even introduced to self-development, self-improvement, and so they can kind of think like, oh, what exactly is that? It's just basically keeping your mind in the right spot, right? Because what it does is it just allows you to go through the hits and all the one-offs, which will always come in our business and life, whatever, a lot smoother. And I remember Jacob Hogue on a call one day, he said, just work harder on yourself than on your business because the one will feed the other. And once you get that, you also figure out where your strengths are. And it's easy to wake up and go, I got to check my email. I need to call this client back. I need to do a risk assessment, all of those things. But if you focus first and foremost on some form of personal development, which we do, by the way, on these calls with the books that we select, but even in the downtime, 5-10 minutes of a positive, podcast, whatever that is, critical, absolutely critical in our business.
Yeah. Paige, what you got for the four cornerstones? How's it changed since day one for you?
Well, I coming in here, I wasn't a huge I don't want to say believer, but I just didn't put as much emphasis on the development side as I should have. I just felt like that was kind of like an optional thing. And Bridget's right. This is all interconnected. And here, right, we're achieving work-life balance for real. But what I had to learn in that process was that this is life, right? It's not just work. This is life. We get to do this from home, from the beach, from the mountains, from wherever you want. So you get to integrate this into your life and just make it one big, awesome life. So really understanding that it is all connected, right? The more you show up for yourself, the more you lean into the learning curve, the better of a person you're going to be because it's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you more resilient. It's going to make you more passionate. It's going to make you just better. And that's going to bleed into every other aspect of your life, right? You're going to be a better person as a spouse, as a parent, as a friend, in every other area. So just understanding that this isn't just something where you're getting better at your job, you're becoming a better person. So when you understand that, it took me a minute, but when you understand that and lean into it, everything else starts to light up around you, right? Just like Bridget said. So just don't be like me. Lean into this quickly, and it's a lot less frustrating for you.
Don't be like, seriously? No, but this is really cool, and we're gonna talk a lot more about this stuff at conference for sure. You're gonna hear this over and over and over again. You're gonna hear the four keys, the four cornerstones, the secret to success with the two boxes for appointments for recruiting conversations, the millionaire mindset, right? And we're gonna talk about being brave. And I don't I've been really excited for conference speakers because I just get jazzed up for that kind of stuff. And I thought Rob Deerdeck was like mind-blowingly good at conference. I mean that one's etched in my mind for forever. I have never looked more forward to hearing Todd Henry and all of our leaders than I am this year because I I don't know if you're paying attention to Todd Henry. He's on fire. And his message really is relatable to all of us in, hey, I think one big theme in growing in your four keys and your four cornerstones is becoming brave in the habit of developing all these. Being brave, Amy, to listen in to people, to learn, to say, hey, I'm not doing it quite right, but I picked up on some things and wait, it works. So, you know, I'll leave you with this. Just be brave today. Develop the 4 keys and 4 cornerstones for you each and every day. It is our roadmap. Click the 2 boxes of production and recruiting, fill those up. And as long as you keep your head down and your heart open, you're going to win. Anything else, Paige, Bridget? You good? Perfect. Let's go. Let's go have a day. Have your best day today. Okay.